During the making of this programme, we have literally spoken to the cream of the crop of musicians and DJs who are leading the way for WA music. So for all you guys and girls sitting at home aspiring to achieve what they already have, here are a few words of advice.
You've really got to believe in what you're doing and not give up. And at the same time, though, you've really got to think about the way you're going to deliver it. Because we're living in the real world, so you've got to make sure that, it goes beyond, the front door of your house.
Get your ears on everything you possibly can. Styles you haven't listened to before, seek them out. Make the effort to hear something as often as possible that you've never heard before.
Don't copy current trends. That may achieve some people 5 minutes worth of success, and it might get them one or two good tunes, but then usually they end up disappearing after that. So try and think a little bit outside of the square, I guess.
If you want to sound like a classic band, you have to use classic gear for a starter. And also, I reckon a lot of bands, young bands, they probably should record pretty early in the piece, even not a professional recording, but just so they can hear themselves.
If you're in an up-and-coming band, you just spend all your money on your two best songs and get them sounding really, really good and get a really good sounding demo.
I would say personally, practice in that garage like we all did, long and hard until the set is tight, and then go out, because there's far too many bands that you go and watch and they're just really sloppy and shit, and you just go, fuck, that's a shame. But if they'd spent that extra couple of weeks in the shed practicing a lot more and be tight, people would walk out and see them and go, Jesus Christ, first gig, they are remarkably good.
You just got to get gigs.
Yeah.
And you can rehearse as much as you want, but gigs are a totally different thing. That's when you're selling your wares.
One thing that helped me was a lot of my friends were like my cheerleaders when I first started.
Yeah.
So if you have people around you that are excited about what you do, it's better than you going around telling everyone how good you are,
One thing a lot of the owners say, if you bring the crew, they'll get you back.
You don't approach the booking agent of the venue when you're a brand new band and say, I want a gig.
Befriend, other bands who you possibly want to go out and gig with.
Those guys will give you the inroad.
Better off having a year or so of playing in, really dodgy little pubs and not having a crowd, and you kind of, from that, you'll work so hard that when someone sits down with a beer and watches your band, they won't walk away going, oh, that was a great beer at a pub. They'll walk away going, that was a great band at a pub.
In the beginning, you got to take as many gigs as you can get, even if there's not very much money or people going to be there, and just get your chops happening. And then when the big gigs come, you'll be ready.
Follow through, do it, try it, be laughed at. It's a great feeling, and it leads you to the next experience. You'll never know if you never go.
I think that the most important thing is to believe in yourself as opposed to believing in often what you're told you should do. Don't let some idiot tell you that what you're doing is crap.